Good morning. Jessa says you've got some good stuff. Good food. Join. Join game. Sure. I was gonna see if I could go back to work today. If I don't have the energy to go do laundry, get up all night over and over, I guess I'm not ready to go back to work yet. I miss work. I like work. I know I'm not normal. People always want off work, off work. I wish I had days off. Now I don't want days off. If I have days off, I better be feeling well and going on a road trip or flying somewhere. I'm very tired of back and forth between bed and bathroom and yeah, it's getting old. Work is a lot more fun. I'm tired, just tired. Not getting the sleep I need. Have to wait to hit start until the actual server is up. I am taking less painkiller though. But I have to get to the point where I know I don't need the narcotics to keep working. If I get to the point that I don't need narcotics, then I can start working because that stuff you're not allowed to drive on. And obviously, I need to drive for work. Once I can control the pain guaranteed with just off-the-shelf painkillers and can get a decent night's sleep in. So my new plan is tomorrow. Maybe. But I think worst case will be Tuesday evening. I'm hoping that's worst case. Remind you guys off the top again, I'm doing a giveaway on December 22nd, 9 a.m. So, in 5 minutes from now, or whatever time it is in your place right now, December 22nd, doing Steam gift card giveaway. All you have to do is let me know that you're interested and become my friend on Steam so I can give you the gift card. No strings attached. You can unfriend me after. I don't care. It is just a thank you for everybody that subscribed. I'm over 500 subscribers now, so it's pretty awesome. Ah. Perfect. What is Steam? I'll show you what Steam is. This is Steam. It is a video game purchasing program, app. So here's the store. All the video games you can buy on there. Great sales, great prices. You can download the video games onto any of your computers. All you have to do is make an account, and then you have that game on all your computers for the rest of forever. So any game you're interested in, they're having great sales right now. Farming Simulator 19 is right now 20% off, so $26.39. If you play computer games at all, no matter what game I've seen in the store, I've always seen it cheaper on Steam. So just go to a browser, search Steam, install it, and you can buy games online. And it's all sorts of games. Free to play, early access, demo, VR, Steam controller. Steam has their own controller. And no, they don't sponsor me. Featured. These are the featured games today. I'm not interested. See any of these games interesting? None of them look interesting to me. Don't Starve, Jess enjoys that game. Elder Scrolls. Really good prices. Divinity franchise. I just saw. So I don't know. Whatever you're interested in, almost every game is on Steam. Like almost everything is on here. Not quite everything, but Steam is basically what Netflix is for movies, stuff like that, right? And it's really easy in there to give other people gift cards as gifts. So that's why in my previous giveaways that has been easy and popular and painless for me to give out thank yous. So if you like any kind of video gaming or your kids like video gaming, it's the way to go. Play Trains: A New Era. It's muted. Need it to be muted. I don't think I've seen Trains: A New Era. I like train games. I really like train games. So Jess is like, no, not another train game. 75% off. You might have just sold the game. Have to think about it. $10.99 instead of $43.99. what happens? And then Jess gets interested in the game. The sale ends, and then we have to buy the game at full price a second time. It's actually looks like a really good game. Yeah, I think we'll leave that tab open. I think I would have just went and bought that game if I just hadn't bought all the drugs that I haven't worked for. I think by the time I'm back to work, I'll have not worked for a week. So I'm gonna have to do my budget before I even buy a $10 game, just to make sure. I think on a regular week, I'd have just bought that on impulse. Almost done weeding this field. Two more passes. So I got the door open. Shouldn't the inside of the tractor be getting dirty too? Inside is sparkling clean. Do any of the vehicles get dirty on the inside? I thought I remember them getting dirty in FS17 on the inside. I don't know if that was a FS17 thing or... Haven't paid enough attention, really. But I remember footprints on the floor. Maybe just this tractor hasn't got the dirty look inside. I'll have to see if I pay attention to that on other tractors. Oh, let's take a quick look. Is this multiplayer? Simulation train, open world, multiplayer, and single player, sandbox. Now, how do you play that multiplayer? Huh. Thanks, I got another waffle. Ah yes, much better than yesterday's waffle. I figured the other waffle must have been old. Just pre-made waffles, not homemade waffles, you know, frozen ones. You always have to have cheat sheet when you're not feeling up to making actual food. Frozen food always works in a pinch when you just don't feel well. It's a good waffle with maple syrup, 100% pure Canadian grade A maple syrup. Jess is apparently allergic against maple syrup. Just maple. Yeah, she's allergic to everything. We've both had doctor bills. I shouldn't complain about doctor bills. It's just the prescriptions and stuff has been the expensive stuff. The actual doctors have all been free. Oh, a whole $20 for the allergist. Yeah, whole $20. But our healthcare is pretty much free. Not quite free. But better than other countries. Well, some countries. And we actually have pretty much free healthcare, very good healthcare, but extremely slow healthcare. You sit in the emergency room many, 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 many hours. There's not enough doctors. Yeah, just for her allergy test was 6 month wait. It's slow healthcare. But when you don't pay doctors enough money, it's hard to hire doctors. We can't afford to, the government pretty much hires doctors. It's not free, taxpayers pay for it, but glitching. Oh, I want to pressure wash it. Let's clean those windows up. So I really want to buy another tractor. Because the versatile I have is slightly underpowered for that big cedar. Seems quite glitchy right now. Only when I was standing there. Huh, weird. Hmm? Yeah, my frame's... I don't know. I'm looking at the millisecond delay and the frame per second. So what I need is this planter here and this versatile. The versatile is just slightly underpowered when climbing the hills on this. This map has got some... I know it's pretty flat map, but still, climbing the hills, this versatile has trouble pulling that planter. No, I don't want to sell. So it's 650 horsepower. $1,100 horsepower. That'd be freaking crazy. 690 horsepower. So that's not really that much more than the International. Or not the International, Versatile. Basically an extra 40 horsepower. Almost be forced to get this guy for the big horsepower. Okay, then let's look at planters or seeders. Because it says 450 horsepower, but I'm pulling it up a hill. So if I would get these two seeders, with a big bud, yeah, but I need more fields to justify that, right? So I need to buy more land. All I have is that right there. I have to buy at least these three here to justify a bigger tractor, and maybe even more than just those three. So why some red and orange? It's a different texture underneath. Grass or ground. So let's see, these three fields, I would have to buy one of these two first, just because to get to this one you have to drive. So this one here I need 700. I can borrow $500,000, so I need to have at least 180 grand in my account with no debt before I can buy any land. Okay. We got a way to go. Field 40. Where's field 40? Right there. That's nice and close. I accept that contract. Yeah, I'm driving to the other farmer's field. It's just starting to grow. It'll be fine. Oh, auto width is way wrong, isn't it? Do you really combine corn at this high speed? Seems fast. So how much do we have on? We're only 50 or 95 grand debt. It's not bad. Jess thinks it's funny because she's got like no debt. I own more land than you do. Okay. But you got cotton coming in, which is really profitable. Like, that was seriously profitable. I could. Let's make a little bit of a end row here. A little more turning around area. So we're not constantly driving on the neighbor's yard. Neighbor's field. You want to buy more sheep? You have a hard time feeding them if you keep buying more sheep. You've got over 60 now? How many do you have? 156 sheep. Not enough yet for Farmer Joe. She wants more. Could totally do that, yeah. Be a little bit of work. She goes, if she ever needs quick cash, she's got a whole storage full of grass bales. She could unload the grass bales, wrap them, and sell them as silage. Definitely not realistic. You wouldn't be able to do that to grass bales. But Hey, Iron Thunder, how's it going? If I fill that up anymore, I'll have cab corn. That's a corny joke. You, you didn't get the cab corn joke. Watch Millennial Farmer. He fills his hopper so full that he touches the brake a little too hard and the corn ends up on the cab. Cab corn. I'm not responding to the corny joke. She thinks it's corny. You get rid of the screaming kids? And then when he was cleaning the cab off, or the corn off his cab, he goes, "That's $1 something of money sitting on the cab up here." So I think the game should allow me to put more corn in. You know, let's make that hopper round full like in real life. Let's have cab corn. Let it spill over the side. Why not? If we're not paying attention, it just starts spilling over off the side and starts falling off the side. Be a cool little animation. It's a waste of money if you don't pay attention. Have no 100% marker on the side. I think I like that. That'd be a realistic step I would like. Or even if you have the marker there, it's like, oh, I'm at 110. Go into a red line and go, hey, you're over full. And if you go a little too far over full, 110%, then it starts flowing off the side. Yep, I know the feeling, Iron Thunder. Yeah, when you got somebody else doing something that you find annoying and you just gotta get away. It's like, yep. Luckily, Farmer Joe doesn't do too much annoying. Other than making corny jokes. Doing your homework now. Oh, field just grew. What subject are you doing homework for? Which means your oats you were complaining about just grew. Means all the contracts will change too. It would have grown one stage. Oats should grow at the exact same rate as every other crop. Easiest of most of the homework. I remember English classes. I'm sure our English classes are different than your English classes. Yeah, it's very easy to forget that English is not your native language. You, you write it and speak it better than I do, probably. You definitely write it better than I do. I sucked at English. I guess English wasn't my native language either, but it is a complicated language. It is. German was a lot easier. If the corn spills over, it should become popcorn. English is the easiest language. Phew, you're backwards. Oops. So many words mean the same, or mean different things, and are spelt different but pronounced exactly the same. I find German a lot easier. Oh, right, German would be more of my native tongue. Farmer Joe says Spanish is definitely easier than English. Social studies is the most challenging for you, huh? No, math was the most challenging. I really enjoyed math, but was most. No, maybe English was more challenging because I actually enjoyed math. I just sucked at it. I was absolutely brilliant at engineering, but I was great at drafting and making blueprints, and I was great at the math, but I could not show my work. I could not use the equations the class wanted me to use. I came up with the right answers, but I could not memorize the equations. You sure your pen isn't in the obvious place? That's like searching for your cell phone in the car for 45 minutes, realizing that you're using a cell phone flashlight doing the searching. It's in your hand the whole time. So if English is physical education the easiest, no, not for me. No. I guess a lot of it has to do with the teacher too, how much you're going to enjoy. But that year after year, what courses? Huh. Okay, so Iron Thunder, one of your easiest courses is English for homework. What's one of your hardest? Happened to you the TV remote. It's in your hand. You're searching and searching and searching. And say, where is that? Dang, I can't find it. I've done that with my toque. Okay, well, I guess nobody knows what a toque is. My winter beanie, a toque, hat. I've been searching for it and searching for it. Couldn't find the darn thing and didn't realize I was wearing it on my head the whole time. Yeah. Well, my easiest course was drafting, CADing, engineering. That was I enjoyed that the most. The hardest was English and math. Only course I ever failed was biology, high school. And that had nothing to do with the course and more with who I had as friends in the course and wasn't paying attention. Making cartoons instead of doing classwork apparently wasn't healthy for my grades. Lithuanian is the hardest for you? I'm in British Columbia, Canada. Iron Thunder is in Lithuania. Marcus, I don't remember where you're from. PG. Huh. That's right. I have family in PG. I like PG. It's a big city with a small town feel to it, and I really enjoy that. I would definitely live there. I would move there. Yep, I would live there. No problem, no questions. I would just the right opportunity came along, and I had the money to buy a house near PG, in PG, out of the bowl. I would do it. Iron Thunder doesn't know where PG is, but PG is in British Columbia. You lost your own. Um, what's that? PGPC? PGBC. CA. But you did PG in lowercase. Most of the time you do PG in caps. No, I don't think they'd be considered to be in the heart. No. Maybe. I don't know, it's kind of... They'd be close to that edge. I would say they're out of. Hmm? Well, Farmer Joe pulled up the map. Yeah, I think they're definitely out of the heart. Yep. Yep, they're definitely out of the heart. I have to look at a map. I'm like, don't know exactly where they're. I visit them a couple times a year. Yeah, they're in the College Heights area. Hey, Mr. Farming Man. Yo, how's Vancouver area doing? See, now we've got Vancouver, PG, Okanagan, and Lithuania covered. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slower down, slower down. Yep, just spilling corn in between the trailers. No biggie. Make sure you guys come and join us on the live stream on December 22nd. I'm doing a huge Steam giveaway. Get a band trip in Penticton. Cool. Yeah, my niece is definitely in band. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your city, Iron Thunder. Conference Center, you like that? Huh? Yeah, they've built a casino right next to it now. Huh? There's a new conference. No, there's. Because you got the arena, got the conference center behind the arena, and then you got a casino on the same yard now. No, 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 not the resort. Okay, are you talking by the arena or where the pier is out into the water? Basically, the lakeside resort, conference center, or by the arena. I disagree with Farmer Joe. I think you're talking about the by the arena. But she says she follows the news more. So she's smarter. So can you just prove her wrong and say it's by the arena? What's that? Lone Oak Farm Barn is my yard, yeah, where I have all my equipment. Yep. Yep. Activated that cruise control a little too early. Yeah, you don't. This map looks pretty flat, but if you look over that way, it's pretty curvy actually. There's a lot of little hills and rolling. Oh, you got some news. Your grandmother threw your pen into the trash while you were in the city. Thanks, Grandma. You didn't need that anyway. Why didn't you do your homework? My grandma threw my pen away. Don't think the teacher's gonna believe you. I don't know how many bales it holds. Does it not say? Yeah, I keep everything until I know it doesn't work. And I've been throwing out a couple of pens here that I've had in my cup holder, or my pen holder is a cup. And it's like every time I need a new pen, I go in there and it's like, oh, it doesn't write anymore. Then you throw it out. I keep it till it's garbage. What's the most boring stretch of driving in BC? Well, that's pretty easy. Driving to visit you. Now, having said that, I have not driven the Alaska Highway yet. I'm told it's a very long, desolate stretch. I don't know if it'd be boring, but driving from Cache Creek to Prince George is pretty darn boring ride compared to any other thing in BC. Well, driving the lower mainland is always boring, but it's not a long drive. It's always short distance. Actually, further south on Crash Creek, it's a little bit more interesting. The further north, the closer you get to Prince George, the more boring it gets. William Lake's the 100 mile. Yep, that's a very, very boring section. Yep. Out of that stretch, that's probably the most boring section. Yep. Yeah, I think we can agree on that. That's a boring part of British Columbia. It's just trees. I know the first time I drove up there, I was disappointed. Many, many, many years ago, on vacation, going, British Columbia is so beautiful, I'm going to drive up. Oh. Yeah. Scenery's not that awesome here. Yeah, it is beautiful in fall. Lithuanian. Lithuanian life. Hashtag Lithuanian life. Lithuania is beautiful. She gave you a different pen now and you don't know how to write properly with. Lithuania is beautiful. It's just flat, that's all. It's just flat. Manitoba is flat. It got some beautiful sections. Yeah, the caribou's kind of boring. Although you guys all claim there are moose everywhere in Prince George or Prince George area. I rarely see a moose up there. Rarely. I don't know if I've ever seen a moose by Prince George. Stopped by a hotel before I had family living up there, and stopped in a hotel. Everybody in the restaurant's talking about how many moose are on the road, and I'm like, I just drove here. I didn't see a single moose. My favorite part is Highway 33. I find the 33 a little boring. Yeah, it is. Past Big White and I think Highway 3 is more beautiful, going east to west instead of north to south. But the Highway 33 also has no cell service, no radios. They definitely have moose. There's moose on Highway 33, not in PG, but 33 has moose. Yeah, 97 between Vernon and Kelowna is beautiful. Um, yeah, I like, actually, if I have time, I'll take the detour and drive right along the lake, the older part of the highway, where 97 used to be, between Vernon and Lake Country, or Oyama. Oyama and Lake Country. Don't take the freeway there. Take the old way. The Kalamalico Lake, beautiful colors. Just thought of a highway that I think is absolutely gorgeous. I just don't know what the number is. Highway 12, between Lillooet to Lytton. That's a beautiful drive. Absolutely beautiful drive. Tomorrow I'm headed to the hospital. I've got a kidney stone, so I'm in a lot of pain. My trailers are loaded for Spokane, Washington, but my truck's not attached to my trailers. Another driver has got my trailers attached. Yes, I definitely still run a live GPS tracker of exactly where I am. Yeah, the batteries are probably dead right now. It's in the truck. Got the notification yesterday that the shop moved the truck. So I think as soon as this stream is done, I'm going to notify the driver of my trailer that I will not be switching out trailers today. He was hopeful that I would bring his empty trailers to him and I would pick up his load, because he wants his trailers back and I want my trailers back. So I really want to switch my trailers. I would much rather have, but I can't do that. I could stay off the painkillers long enough to drive to the trailer's only an hour north of me and switch them, but his trailer or my trailers have a load on them and I can't go pick them up unless I'm willing to deliver them, and I'm too much pain to deliver them. So unless I pass the kidney stone naturally today, I'm going to be in the hospital tomorrow. Do I? This field's almost done, right? Line. So really one more trailer would be all I need. Let's just dump one of the trailers into... I don't know if this is going to work or not. Apparently it's getting dark. Oh, get off the field. Whew. That would have been a lot of crop destruction. It's on the first stage of growth, so I'm okay. You gotta slow down for the corners, huh? Well, this is highly illegal. My rear trailer is full and the front trailer is empty, and I'm going to go down the road. Very unsafe and very illegal. Please don't report me to the DOT. Sorry. I know. I've gotten used to saying DOT because most of the people that watch my YouTube videos don't know what the CVSE is. But don't report me to the CVSE. Commercial Vehicle Safety and Enforcement. Or as they're called in almost every state in the U.S., Department of Transport. So Marcus, the way, okay, it's always hard to explain to people. So if I was feeling good and this is a normal week, if I was normal week, I would know that tonight I am driving to Washington and delivering my load in Spokane. Once I'm unloaded, I will find out where I'm going the rest of Monday. So tomorrow morning, as I'm unloading, I will get a message saying, head to this location. Will I be running on the Coquihalla soon? I could be, if I was running to, I could be running on the Coquihalla tomorrow if I was feeling well. It could be 3 months from now. I don't know what I am doing tomorrow, ever. Every now and then, they have a plan. They say, hey, this is kind of what we've got planned for the next 3 trips. Every now and then they'll go, hey, you're loading here and then unloading here. And then we've got a load from there headed that way. But almost every day, I do not know where I will be at the end of the day. I have no idea if I will be heading to Calgary, to Manitoba, to Montana, to Oregon, Prince Rupert. I don't know where I will be headed. I have no idea. Let's take a quick look at my I know my combine's going, so I'll have to... What are some upcoming videos? Still doing good. Still doing good. So, oh yeah, Monday start. I had a long week this week. Spokane, Kootenays, so no Coquihalla this next week coming up, and then this week. So for sure, no Coquihalla videos in 2 weeks. So yeah, as a long-haul truck driver, I don't know. Now there are companies that will give you a list of your whole week run, which also means it is snowing like crazy outside. What? It also means that they have built-in downtime. So the advantages and disadvantages of knowing where you're going, there's a difference. So if they tell you, hey, this is your week, these are your runs this week, they've built in a lot of downtime for you. So that if you have any kind of engine problem, tire problem, you can still make these appointments because they've made deals with these people that you're going to be there. Now, our company makes those same deals with customers, but they don't tell you which truck there is. We have enough trucks running in the same area that we can go, yeah, we'll make that deal with you. We guarantee a truck there on this day. And then if I happen to be the first one to get unloaded in Spokane, I will be the one that gets that load leaving Spokane to Nelson. If I all of a sudden have a tire blowout and all of a sudden I'm running 5 hours behind because it took a while to get the truck out there and get everything repaired, I will not get that load and I will get a different load somewhere down the line. I will be the one with the downtime. Because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing until I hit the next. As I'm unloading at a location, I usually get a message that says, hey, as soon as you're unloaded here, head to here. No downtime. Zero downtime. I unload and I go. Companies that tell you the whole week, you usually have downtime. Yeah, a lot of truck drivers go, oh, I got a day to kill over here because my next load, I can't pick up my next load until here. Or I have 2 hours to kill because I'm running ahead of schedule. Me, I don't have downtime. Very, very rarely do I have downtime. But I also have no idea what I am doing after I have delivered the current load I have. And I don't mind. It suits my style just fine. I like to be busy, so I would prefer not to have that downtime. Now I have friends that can't handle that. That literally can't work for the company I work for. They've tried. Couldn't because of the style. And I still get home every weekend. I usually get home Friday afternoon and leave Sunday afternoon. I like it. But yeah, people very often ask that question, Marcus. I get asked that all the time. Hey, when are you going to come by and visit us? It's like, I don't know. I don't know when I'll have a run past your place. You will find out the day of. And that sometimes happens when I come through PG. I call my sister and go, hey, I'm coming through town tonight. I've got about an hour of off-duty time left. You want to meet for supper? Or if it's even later, I'm just like, hey, just want to hang out for an hour before I go to bed? Or find out the day of. And sometimes the notice is, oh, hey, I didn't think I was going to have any downtime, but I do, so we're here. You guys up for something or not? And most of the time they have space for us. Sometimes they're busy and doing plans. It's like, fine, great. That, that's not your fault. That is. Whew. Tummy's starting to act up. I think I need to take a break. There's definitely snowing here in Penticton. And it's sticking on the ground. The ground is getting white. December 1st. No, December 1st. She goes, tomorrow's December 1st. I'm like, no. Oh, we have to pay rent today. Yep. I gotta fill up this combine. Okay, we'll finish this field before I call it into the stream. I like that. You guys have some good comments. What else do you guys want to know about trucking? Oh, Iron Thunder, remember how I had asked for my lease is ending and I had asked for a Peterbilt as a new truck? Due to some technical issues with leasing, I will not be getting a Peterbilt. So right now we're looking at getting a Kenworth W990. That I can answer, Marcus. Well, it's already been uploaded. It was uploaded a week ago, but will be released. The video that will get released at midnight will be called Monday Started on Sunday. I had a very rough 3 days. I didn't record video on Sunday, but I got a Monday video and a Tuesday video, and it sucked. Let's say I used a lot of cuss words when texting my boss. I had nothing polite to say about the repairs done to my truck on the weekend. And then I cooled off and it was okay, and I get it wasn't exactly all their fault, but I'm not a mechanic. I've never done the job. I have a rule. I have a personal rule. I don't say so-and-so is lazy without ever having done their job. I don't know what their job is like. I don't know if they're incompetent or not. I've called them incompetent a couple times now. But maybe it's not their fault. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic, so it's not my job to judge someone that I know, a job that I know nothing about, right? It feels to me that they may be incompetent, but it might just be the way things are, right? So, yeah. Yeah. It was a rough Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but not nearly as rough as last week with my kidney stone. I'll take that long Monday over my kidney stone any day. Yeah, looking at a Kenworth, a little more old school. So the Kenworth W900 is the old school look. The 990 has a bit of an old school look on the exterior, but has a new school look on the interior. So it's got the modern bunk inside with still an old school look. So all our trucks pretty much have the same paint. No, not quite. Most of our trucks are just green, mean looking machines. I kind of like the green. They're beautiful, beautiful trucks. That's pretty much what I drive right there. But guess what? Check this. You know what that number right there means? 24 plus years in business. You know what that's going to say next year? 25. Which means they're going to do a special paint job next year. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of green, but there's going to be something different about it. So I don't know what it's going to look like. I did a paint job for an old school truck. This is on a Peterbilt, and I sent this into Sutco and told them it should look something like this. Is it going to look like that? I don't know, but I think a style like this would look pretty sweet. And then a 25-year logo. There'll be a big 25-year logo on it. They gave me that much information that it's going to be a special 25-year paint job. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully they follow my advice at least part way. I think it would look cool having a two-tone, the mean green color with white in it. So we'll see. It'll be a surprise. We'll find out. I'm really interested in trying a different kind of truck, not an international. I really like my international. The Kenworths we've had have been complete problems. This is the 990 W990. We don't have another one of those in the fleet. Sutco's never run one of those, so it'll be new for the company to be running that truck. New for me running that truck. Ask them if I can have a 25-year truck. I will. I will be getting a 25-year truck. The lease on my truck runs out in April. I am guaranteed to get a 25-year truck. They asked me exactly what I wanted in the truck. I have sent them an email listing everything that I want. Doesn't guarantee I will get the things I want, but they're going to try hard to get me at least a lot of the stuff I want. So I will get the new paint job next year. So probably in about April next year, I will have a brand new truck with a 25-year paint job in it. It should be pretty cool, and it'll likely be an old school type of a truck. But who would the stone in the kidney? Are you just asking who has a kidney stone? I do. I'm on drugs. It's the only reason I can talk to you guys. Who put the stone in the kidney? I don't know who put the stone in my kidney. Who play Clue? who put? It's Mr. Green. It's always Mr. Green. With a candlestick in the library, with a rock in the kidney, with a boulder in the kidney. I'm only 16. Yeah, hopefully you don't get a kidney stone. Kidney stones suck. So stay away from sugar, salt, and alcohol. High protein too. Livers are sensitive. Not livers, kidneys are sensitive. Well, livers too. That's a good idea. Did you put it there? Because yes, a lawsuit is necessary. It is definitely the most pain I have ever felt in my life. The doctor has given me some pretty darn great drugs. The narcotics are pretty good. Pretty good. I was hoping to try to stay off of them completely and have a good night's sleep. As soon as I can do that, I'm gonna go to work. Yeah, who knew stones grew? Who knew? Can't imagine who passed those other stones I see out there. Must have been some giants back in the day. Uh, so you have kidney problems at 16? Yeah. Treat them kindly. Stay away from the sugars, salts, and high protein and alcohol. I know! Me too! I like good food. And apparently once you've got kidney stones once, there's enough, you'll get them again. Most likely you'll get them over and over. I don't want them again. So I've been drinking a lot of lemonade with citric acid in it. A lot of lemonade with citric acid in it. And I think it has helped me a lot. Apparently it breaks down the stone, and I think it has, because the pain is reduced dramatically, and I have not passed any stones yet. Can you go Super Saiyan? I don't know what that is. So my biggest bad habit is sugar. I'm a cookie monster. I like my sugars. That is my weak point. It's the and I don't like green stuff in my food. If it plants, so I'm a high protein, high sugar diet type of a guy, and that apparently is not good for kidneys. I don't know Super Saiyan, no. I'm sorry. I'm old. I'm an old fart. Give me a break. I'm a crippled old delusional grandpa. Except I don't have any kids, but you can call me Gramps. You guys are my kids. Oh, Kamehameha? I know all about Kamehameha. Super Saiyan. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay. Yep. I now understand what you're asking. Now that I have context, I know Kamehameha. Have I watched any Dragon Ball Z? No. But my brother sure has. So I have overheard a lot of Dragon Ball Z. Hey Dylan. I'm not a grandpa, but you guys call me Gramps. I am old. I'm what, 42? I don't know. I'm so old I don't know how old I am. I have gray hair. I guess Jess has got gray hair too, and she's only 30. Over 30. She says over 30, but don't ask her age. You're an old fart at socials. I don't know how to pronounce that, but my brother has gone to a lot of Comic Cons, and Dragon Ball Z characters have been quite elaborate. Quite elaborate. I don't know, costumes? Hmm? role plays, outfits. He's got, and my brother and sister-in-law still go to Comic Cons and still go do role play Comic Con outfits. It's pretty cool. I gotta respect the hard work they put into those outfits. They also do fencing and like real sword play. Not fencing, real sword play. They actually do sword fighting with real swords. Oh wait, does this mean Combine has... my Combine still has grain in it. Oops. Like I thought it was empty. Like if the trailers are at 100%. Where'd that come from? Once you ate a whole chicken by yourself. That's a Dragon Ball Z thing, isn't it? Isn't that one kid always hungry? I did eat half a chicken the one time. That can't be good for the kidney. No regrets. She says no regrets. I'm regretting some of it right now. You're not passing a kidney stone, so of course no regrets for you. Would I do it again? Of course I would. There are not a lot of things. Yes, I'm definitely Canadian. That is why I have a maple leaf on my avatar. Just pointing it out. In fact, there's, I think, probably 3 people in chat right now that are Canadian. You're a savage. You're a savage. Eating a whole chicken or eating half a chicken. But I can speak English. Well, I can speak English. I don't know if I can write English. Not well, anyway. I don't speak French at all. Iron Thunder saying what? Oh, he's got to go now. Okay. Iron Thunder, I sure hope so. But like I said, I don't know. I might have a long weekend run, right? Especially since I'm not going to be running today. If they have a run going to Calgary or Manitoba, there's a good chance of it. It's a higher chance than 0. But yeah, I intend to be streaming next weekend. As of right now, I don't see a reason why I wouldn't be streaming. So thanks for watching, Iron Thunder. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Somehow you can comprehend Canadian. Actually, I have a friend that's from the UK, and I tell him to speak English properly all the time. So, can you learn English, please? Oh, that's funniest thing, Arch. When we were going down the Hell's Gate, air tram. There were some Texans in there. I don't know if they were Texans. They were deep down south, thick accent. And they were in the tram talking to each other. And she just whispers to her husband, I'm surprised how good these Canadians can speak English in that thick southern drawl. I'm just like, holy crap, what did you guys think we spoke in Canada? French? We're not all French. The West Coast is English. There's very little French on the West Coast. There's little pockets of French here and there, but as a general rule of thumb, French doesn't start until Manitoba. Manitoba starts getting French, more English than French. Ontario is about 50-50, maybe still a little more English. Quebec is French. And then everything east of Quebec is a mix, French-English. New Brunswick is very French, yep. More French than English. The Acadians. PEI, a lot of the East Coast. So, yeah, it blew my mind when this Southern American thought that Canadians spoke very... Surprised how well Canadians spoke English. Uh, yeah, my sister-in-law is a Texan now, so we'll see how long it takes for her to pick up the accent, but I understand Texan. The fact that English is not my first language, I know two different dialects of German, has helped me a lot understanding other people's accents. Very, very often when I was working in retail store, um, people were so confused. It's like, I don't know what he's asking me. So I'd ask, and I could hear through the accent and go, okay, yep, okay, I got it. I know what you're asking for. Sometimes growing up in different countries and different provinces, learning different dialects, having to understand them. Ja, ich kann ein klein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Es nicht sehr gut, aber Plottisch, that's dial beta. I speak Plottisch, which would also be called Low German, Plottisch. I speak that much better than Deutsch. We always called Deutsch Hochdeutsch, High German. I can probably read your German better than I can speak it. See, and then you prove me wrong. Wie viel Uhr es ist? See, I can't read it well. Read it well. Bitte sprechen Sie sehr langsam. Can you speed up to 100? No. No. You want nighttime to go by. We're actually going to call it a day, but you guys are just too interesting. I was going to call it a day a while ago, but you guys are interesting. You're one of them Southern Germanic boys. um, see, I always was told that the Low German was always spoken in the lowlands, and the Deutsch was spoken in the higher elevation way back in the day. But I don't know if there's any truth behind that. What was yours? Yeah, the Plotich is definitely a lot more uneducated. At least from what I know, it wasn't even a written language for so many years. It's definitely less educated. So I don't know if it's truth to the low laying land and high laying land, but um, that's what I was always told. But it could also be explained as higher education and lower education, but I always thought it was geographical. I'm one of the northern now. Is that the lower laying? I guess it would make sense to the ocean. Ja, ich kann ein klein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Es ist sehr schwer. Ich spreche nicht sehr gut. So High German is from the flat north. No, I do not know the German anthem. Nope. Wouldn't have the foggiest clue. So, okay, I'll do a very quick crash course on where I come from. So Low German is from the low-laying flatlands in the northern parts of Germany. Because that's the way it was explained to me when I was in Mennonite studies. I think I got all the corn. Yeah. I know the sounds at least. So, okay, quick family tree. My whole family history. I'll say where everybody was born-ish. Hmm? Yeah, I'm a little inbred too. Further back in the line, if you want to look at it's pretty interesting family tree. It's pretty cool actually. Um, but I was born in Belize, so I live in Manitoba, I live in British Columbia, Canada right now. I grew up. My high school years were in Manitoba. I also went to school in Ontario. Lived in Mexico for a bit, but I was born in Belize. Why in Belize? Because Mennonites left Mexico to get religious freedom and education freedom and go to Belize. So my parents were both born in Mexico. Now my grandparents are both born in Canada. All four of my grandparents were born in Canada. Why did my grandparents leave Canada to go to Mexico? For religious and education freedom. My great-grandparents were born in Russia. Why did they leave Russia? War and religious and education freedom. Huh, almost like there's a Mennonite theme here, huh? And then I don't know if it was my great-grandparents or great-great-grandparents that lived in Prussia, but they ran away from Prussia and made a deal in Russia to live on settlements for the religious and education freedoms. But when World War broke out, Russian government made Mennonites sign up for Rasputin. Made Mennonites sign up for the military, and us Mennonites are pacifists. We will not kill another human being. And we evacuated out of the country and went all over the world from Russia. We went to Paraguay, Bolivia, USA, Canada, Mexico, and probably some other countries. I know there's other countries we evacuated too, but Prussia, which would now be, I don't know, is it half Poland, and there's multiple different countries in that what Prussia used to be. So I don't know what part of Prussia, what the modern country would be, but we have a lot of Polish in our history. And before that, my ancestors came from a mix of Germany, Switzerland, and also a little Nordic blood in there, so I got a little Viking in there. So, yep, our family pretty much followed the teachings of Menno Simon from the get-go when they split up from the Catholic Church. But luckily, my grandparents got excommunicated from the Mennonite colony. Why did my grandparents get excommunicated from the British or Mennonite colony? Because they put rubber tires on their tractor. I haven't even sold enough to finish the contract. I should finish the contract. So, there's many things that I consider morally and ethically incorrect that my grandparents have done. Getting excommunicated, I have to thank them for it. Yes, because rubber tires were too worldly. You have to have steel tires. In Belize, there are still Mennonite colonies, 2 or 3 of them, that still run steel tires on all their tractors because they're too worldly. Having said that, they can run a very modern, 100% computerized tractor with steel tires. It's okay. It's not a computer. It's just the machine. It's just... they're still horse and buggy. They do have rubber tires on the horse and buggy, though, because apparently it's not a sin to have rubber on something that's hauled by a horse. It gets extremely convoluted and complicated and stupid. Flat out stupid. No common sense to some of these laws that some of these old colony Mennonites still follow. In fact, one of the colonies now allows cell phones, so I'm sure that colony is going to fall apart very quickly, because imagine you're living in 3 decades in the past, and all of a sudden you have access to internet. Now you have the capability to either, well, I see 2 things. I think 2 main things are going to happen to all the young people in that colony. Speed up to 100, please. I'm going to call it a day. I never go faster at night. Sometimes we speed up a little bit, but we're going to call it a day here anyway soon. So we're not doing any more farming, or just, I'm still talking with you guys. So I think with this colony, it's still decades in the past with some things, now has access to the internet, because a cell phone is no longer a sin because one of their pastors got caught with one. Instead of making the pastor pay for his sins, they've just made it not a sin anymore. So what's going to happen is a lot of them are going to now have the capability to educate themselves, and they will no longer be tied to these dumb rules. But I think most of them are going to discover porn. That's what's going to happen. uh, I see that being the future of the colony. It's going to fall apart. They're no longer that particular colony is no longer going to be riding on steel tires very long. I don't see it happening. Where am I going? Just driving on the highway, huh? Distracted because you guys gave me good things to talk about. Yes. Here, before I call it a day here, let's if you want to see a little bit about let's see if I can find this. Let's go to playlists. Let's go to playlist first. Do we not have Blees in a playlist? I don't have Blees in a playlist. Let's go back. Let's go. I'm going to show that. It didn't want me to show, or it didn't. Absolutely. Definitely a tremendous sin for Mennonites. So it's going to be interesting to see. What am I doing now? Oops. It's lagging. It's lagging and I'm doing stuff. Okay. Belize, Menno. Spanish lookout. Let's go Chipyard, right? Chipyard should. Yeah, there needs to be a space. Hey, look, my video comes up. Chipyard, Mennonite Old Colony, Belize. So, search for that. Yeah, I had very bad audio on that for some reason. But there's some... Mute myself. Don't blow out any ears. But there's some photos of, or video of driving through the colony. Oh, you see a truck here with rubber tires? Nope. It's a tractor on steel wheels. Those are steel wheels, solid steel wheels there, front and back, hauling a trailer. Now they do hire trucks up here with rubber wheels. They even own trucks with rubber wheels, but they always sit in the passenger seat because it's a sin to drive that truck, but it's okay to be a passenger. So I asked the question, is it a bigger sin to drive the truck? But if you really truly believe it's a sin to drive the truck, and you have this other guy, some Hispanic guy, usually a Hispanic guy, driving the truck, you're saying he is now sinning and you're sending him to hell. And the response I got back was, well, he's going to hell anyway, so it's okay. So it is a very backwards colony, but that is where my past comes from. That is where I may be living now if my grandparents had not been excommunicated. So thanks for getting excommunicated. My parents both grew up. It's really laggy because I'm trying to street. But you'll see more horse and buggy and stuff like that. There you go, horse and buggy. I always wave at them because they're not allowed to wave back, but some of them do. Just kind of like a little finger, just a tiny little. Most of them look away. You're not. Don't look at the sinners. But yeah, it is interesting. It is very interesting. My parents both grew up in this environment. This is how my parents' childhoods looked. So yeah, it's kind of cool. But anyway, Thank you guys for watching. I do have to take a break because my tummy says I have to do that. And watch that video if you want to see some more. And the audio really sucks on these videos. I've got a new camera, a new microphone. I gotta get a new windsock on it though. But I don't know, what did I record this in? Oh, I recorded it with a new camera. I just didn't have the fancy microphone I have now. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you got more questions about Mennonites, I know a lot of answers because I've lived the life. At least I have been very close to living the life, and my parents have told a lot of stories. So it's kind of neat. You guys rock. Thanks for all the comments. Really animated conversation. Really enjoyed it. See you guys next weekend.